These air compressors are the lifeblood of our tire shops. It's something you often forget about because they run in the background all the time. But if these things go down, we lose $1,000 of profit an hour, and we can't operate without air at a tire shop. We want to show you the trick we use for our air compressors so that we're not losing time and money when it comes time to service, or even worse, having one fail because of lack of service. We're going to show you our dual compressor system, so come with me. So it might be kind of loud, but we're here at the compressor, and we've got a maintenance light coming on our compressor. So the great thing about having the compressor set up the way we do, I'll tell you a little bit about these compressors here in a minute, but we have a dual compressor system. We just don't like inefficiencies. So as soon as we have a compressor go down or something that needs service, or this one has an issue, all we do is turn the valve off here, and then we open up the other compressor, never any downtime. This is our first compressor in our dual system. This is our main compressor that runs all of the time. But when it needs service, all we have to do is just hit one ball valve, and then we're ready to service it and kick the other one on. So I've got this one shut off. Let me show you the other one. Okay, so the main compressor is turned off and isolated. So we're gonna start our air dryer and start the machine. Now it's starting to compress air. And then we're gonna come to its ball valve and take this one from being out of the system to being in the system. All right, so we thought we'd get this in real time for you. This compressor is calling for an oil service. You can see here on the screen, oil time end. So now let me show you what that means. I have to figure out, okay, so, shame on me. We're 2,500 hours and we've gone 500 hours over that. So the maintenance minder kicked on 500 hours ago. And so what we'll do is we'll end up servicing this machine and turn the maintenance time back to 0. We'll get a fresh 2,500 hours on this service. We're going to walk you through how we service it, but then how we standardize the service so that anybody at the shop could do it as soon as this maintenance minder comes on. We don't want to be running 500 hours over. We want this bad boy to last for 6 or 7 years. We don't want the old 3-year one and done. Look, it's orange. So this takes a 5mm. Yeah. This takes a 5mm in the back. I've been the one to service these compressors when we got them, but that is not a good way to standardize the business. So we're going to show you our main goal with most of our services so that we can expand in locations is to make sure that we are standardizing all of our different processes. So we've showed you how important it is to have 2 air compressors. Now what we're going to do is make sure that our shop managers have a very clear set of instructions and know how to do each piece of this. We'll even show you the standardization we build for them. We'll show you the video that we're making today, obviously, on how we standardize, but we'll even show you the standardization video to give you an example of how to make your business more bulletproof through standardization. So now that we have this compressor isolated, we've got our front panel pulled off, and we're going to change both oil filters right here. Then we've got our back panel peeled off with a 5mm wrench. We're going to change our air filter in the air canister, and then this compressor will be all serviced. Now the important part is we're going to set that up in a video with a QR link right on the machine, so any of the technicians can come and do that exact process as soon as the maintenance minder sounds, so that we can make these compressors last as long as possible. Now that we've serviced the other compressor, we're going to take the backup compressor and isolate it out of the system and drain all the air out of it. Turn it the right way. Hey. Don't tear the line when you're servicing the compressor. Air is super critical at a tire shop. Every hour that we're down costs us $1,000. So these right here are the money makers, and we take good care of them. It's because we need them to last a long time, and we can't do downtime. We run a primary, a secondary with isolation valves. If you want this setup, click the link below.